In high school, I had a white boyfriend. Now, he was sweet, and so was his family. They welcomed me with open arms. But because he was white, and so was his family, clearly, we spent a lot of time in all white spaces. Now, one day, his older sister decides that we should go to a monster truck rally. I don't know why, okay? But I took my black ass with them to this monster truck rally. I don't need any judgment. I was a mere lad. To my surprise, though, when we get there, there's actually a black family that's tailgating right beside us. They having a good time, drinks flowing, the music I want to hear. So my boyfriend and I migrated over there to them. And right as we were leaving, I will never forget, an older black man comes up to me and he says, "Be careful." That was all. No more explanation. 2 simple words. Be careful. Now, that was many, many years ago, but I thought about the elders' admonition when the story of Nolan Wells came to light recently. He went missing 4th of July weekend after spending the day with what seems to be his all-white friends on an island in Mississippi. They all went home, and a few days later, his body was found. Now, we don't know what happened, but this is a story that we don't talk about enough, and that is the fear we have as black people when being in predominantly white spaces. We talk about parents having the talk, especially with their black sons, about police violence. But what about the constant microaggressions and just outright racist diatribes that you experience? I remember being in high school, and I was an IB student, one of a few black students, and I went to my white friend's house, and when I got there, her daddy made a joke about whether my family enjoyed fried chicken and watermelon. This was the year 1997, our Lord AD. And the black experience in America is so wild because on one hand, you're told to go chase all of these amazing opportunities. But when you do so, especially for our young people, we put them in environments where success becomes synonymous with their harm. We gotta do this one more time. We've gotta do this at least one more time. We have countless stories like this as a people, and it makes me think of Dr. King's reflection to Harry Belafonte about integration, where he said, "I fear I may have integrated my people into a burning house."
Now, y'all remember the girl that they said that Nolan went off walking with? Well, her name is Katie Montgomery. It's supposed to be the last person who was in contact with him. Well, they said that she is about to corroborate. Her family lawyered up, and then they released a statement and saying that they will be cooperating with the police for sure, just to clear up her name. Now, Katie recounted her meetup with Nolan. Now, she said that they was together. Her parents had spun the block after they chilled with each other, you know what I'm saying? And then he supposed to have went back to the boat with his friends. And from her knowledge, before she had left that island with her parents, he was going back to the boat with his friends. Now, let's put a Nolan last appearance with his boys instead of her, right? And he just walked off with a whole female. Now, in the video that's circulating, y'all, I really can't put a finger on it, but you can see and hear like there was an altercation going on. You got some people speculating and saying that Nolan was screaming, "Give me back my fucking phone." And then you got some people saying, "You not getting on this boat." But what makes this shit so even crazier, y'all? Friends and the girlfriend, parents and everything, deactivated their pages before his body was even out. Who doing that? If you ain't suspicious, bitch. Not only that, you got one of these motherfuckers before they accounts was deactivated. They said, "My parents is praying over us for some shit that we did that can probably land us in jail for 10 years. But he deleted it. Now, this is one of the boys that was on the boat. Mind you, one of the boys' mom is a doctor and a judge. And I promise you, if these was black boys doing this to a white boy, they would be locked up right now and questioning until they figure everything out. The thing is, they claim that they don't remember nothing. So was y'all drinking underage? Lock them up. Not only that, y'all said y'all don't remember nothing, but y'all remember his phone. Y'all got his phone and took it back to his mama. Remember the exact time when he went missing at 3 p.m.? Y'all remember the exact time that he was walking away with a female? And y'all remember the exact time that he ain't have his phone on him at the same time? So was y'all holding his phone? Y'all remember to get back on the boat and know how to drive back to the shore? So I ain't trying to hear this lame ass shit. Don't smell right to me. Y'all don't remember, but y'all deactivated y'all social media before y'all even went back home. Come on now. Why would y'all even do that? All y'all? All y'all did that. Not one person. All y'all do that? Alright.
The story of this young man, a black boy that went on a vacation, mini vacation, on July 4th with his wife friends, and he didn't make it back home. It's still buzzing the internet. And we're gonna say credit to all the creators for giving us the opportunity to write our comments. I'm gonna be rolling y'all how people are reacting, because the latest that came up is the lady that saw him last. Now she is cooperating with the law enforcement, and she has lawyered up, because now this is on the internet. Everybody want to know what happened to this boy who he had, who he had conversation with. What did he eat? What was the last food he ate? Where did he go? Who did he go out with? So that's why everybody is on this story, which it must be. Look at this boy. He was full of life. He was full of life, and his life was cut short. And since it's on the internet, the internet aunties, the internet parents want to know what happened to him. And that's why I'm going to be rolling y'all how people are reacting with this latest news. And we are learning each day. We are learning each day. This is heartbreaking. Credit to all the creators. We're going to add more commentary at the end of the video.
Nolan Wells wasn't killed by his friends. And this investigation just started. I mean, his body was found just yesterday. Give the investigation some time before we start hearing these crazy ass stories. And the amount of people that are saying that he was killed because he was a token black guy in his friend group is fucking insane.
Or hear me out, we could believe black people. That's the other option. Crazy, I know. But there comes a time and a place where those that understand white privilege because we have lived it need to be supportive in a way that we look to the black community to ask, what can we do? And we sit and we listen, and we don't only listen, we believe black people. Because there is a time and a place to listen with the intent of responding, defending, giving excuses. But this is a moment in time, and honestly, every day is a moment in time to sit and listen without the intention of any response, but rather to listen and learn. And if any question is asked, it is, what can I do? People like you and I, we don't know what it is like to go shopping and be closely monitored by the employees because, all black people must steal. We don't know what it's like to go to a school that, say, is mostly white and have teachers treat us differently because of the color of our skin, whether it is not setting the same standards of achievement for us or treating us in a way that they assume that we are stupid or something like that. All of those stereotypes that exist that white Americans, white people in general, place upon black people. We don't know what it is like to be brutalized by police, to be afraid to roll down your window should you get caught speeding. These are just some of the examples of what the lived everyday experience is of black people in this country. And we need to understand that if we are ever going to move forward, we are going to have to deal with the fact that we are living in an inherently systemically racist culture and country. In order for us to be better, we have to deconstruct all of that. So when black people come to the internet and they talk about Nolan Xavier Wells, and they say this is why we tell our children not to play in groups with only white kids, or when they get older, to adventure and go on trips and be around and have sleepovers with all white kids. This is America. And whether we want to look it in the mirror or not, whether we choose to deconstruct it or not, we are in our place in capitalism and in the way our society runs because this country was built on the backs of enslaved people. It's much better for those elite, both then and now, to make their fortunes off of free or very little payment on labor. So maybe check your privilege. Maybe don't make the video that you just made. Maybe ask what you can do, or maybe amplify a story. But you are the exact type of person that is the reason we remain in the past, continuing and perpetuating racism generation over generation, again and again.
I'm hoping that Nolan Wells' friends are fully investigated, because I'm not sure that I believe they have nothing to do with this. Because I'm sorry, but if my friend goes missing, I'm going to be using my social media to find out where the fuck they are. I'm not going to unfollow them and then deactivate my account. Then for the sheriff to come out and say, oh no, we don't think that there's any like foul play. He drowned on the 4th of July when everything's fucking busy and no one saw anything. Okay, but let's just for a second say they had nothing to do with it. If you brought your friend, why the fuck did you leave without them? Did your mom not teach you manners? If your friend group looks like this, his safety should be your biggest fucking priority. Because if I'm taking a friend out, especially if my friend is a person of color, their safety is now my responsibility. Oh my god, why are we making this about race? Because it is. Cut the colorblind bullshit. Understanding and acknowledging that my friend is a person of color is not racist. In fact, to pretend to not see that and be completely ignorant of it puts them in danger. How? Because I know at least when they're with me, I can guarantee I'm at least looking out for their safety and their well-being. I can't guarantee that a group of strangers that we just met are looking out for them as well, that they don't have ill intention, that they're not racist. And because I don't know that, baby, you're coming back home with me. These boys told the sheriff, oh well, he was talking to some girl and he wants to on the island, so we left. No. I don't care if you call me the biggest cockblocker and you're kicking and screaming the whole way to the fucking car. Baby, I'm not leaving my friend with strangers. What the fuck are you doing? We have to recognize that when we have friends of color and we go out with them, there are faces, places, and spaces that are not safe for them. And this naive, I don't see color bullshit can potentially put them at harm. We look out for our friends, and we especially look out for our friends when they are a person that is marginalized. That is the bare minimum.
White people, I need you to check something for me. When you first heard about Nolan, what was your first knee-jerk gut reaction? Was it something along the lines of, oh, I really need to hear all the facts and information first, or, well, to play devil's advocate, or maybe it was something like, oh, why does everyone always make it about race? Or maybe it was even, maybe he did fill in the blank. If it was anything along those lines in that same vein, I need you to sit with that. And then I need you to flip it and imagine that it was one white boy on a boat with 3 black boys and the white boy didn't come back. Would you still have the same knee-jerk reaction? Because that right there is where your prejudice lives. And we can't fix something that we don't acknowledge exists. And right now, willful ignorance, apathy, neutrality is being complicit. But that's not a conversation for us right now. This is not about us. This is about the Black community and uplifting them and listening to them without minimizing, without being defensive, without making excuses or dismissing or anything like that. But we can't do that. We can't listen to what we need to listen to productively if we keep hiding behind our own prejudice and privilege and calling it neutrality.
That is somebody's fucking child. We are tired. Do you hear me? We're tired. When one of us die, we all mourn the loss. That's somebody's baby that's not coming home, that they have to bury. All because of hate. All because of hate. And we keep asking, what did we do? We didn't do anything to deserve the hate that you guys brew in your hearts towards us. We don't care about any of the things that happened in the past. We just want to be united all together. We bleed the same. And we are tired. I feel for this baby and his family because he's not coming home. And I have children, and I couldn't imagine having
see my child not come home when I trusted him or her with their friends. We're not angry enough. We're not tired enough. And I'm tired, and I know a lot of us are tired. This is exhausting. Do you hear me? It's exhausting, and it's tiresome, and we should be tired. We should get together and do something about this, because this is happening too often. It's 2026, and this is still happening, and it's not going to stop until we do something about it. No more hoping that one day they just see our value and they stop hating us. They hate us for no reason, just because we exist. So we have to come together. I feel for this baby and his family. He was only 18. He had his entire life in front of him, and it was taken in the blink of an eye. And everybody's not making sense of what happened. We need answers. We need prayers, and we need change, and we need to come together as a community, because this right here has me lost for words. I'm tired, and I'm mourning for this family. I'm going into prayer for this family, because we need to come together. We don't just need to pray. We need to come together and make a change. This is extremely sickening and disappointing, and all of the things. And I don't come online and I don't cry online, because I know that you just don't do that. But right now, I feel the need to. It's necessary, because we're tired. I'm tired. My day has been shattered. I don't even want to be out doing anything. And for this to happen around my birthday month and for the 4th of July, we were celebrating. We were out having a good time, out drinking, out doing fireworks while a child was being murdered. And that's our reality. And it's going to always be the reality of this world, because white choose to hate us. And no, we don't have the answers, but something's just not making sense. And I don't care what they come up with. I don't care if he was drinking and he decided to jump inside of the water. There was 3 other white boys, and probably more white boys, and probably more friends with him. So he should have came home, because somebody should have helped him. It doesn't matter what the reason is. It's just not making sense. And I'm tired, and we are tired. Yeah, we're tired. And fuck you all. Sincerely. Because we're tired. I don't have love in my heart anymore for any of you all. And some of you guys aren't racist, but I feel like most of you guys, that shit still brews deep inside of you. I do. And I hate you back. And it's time for us to all hate you guys back. It's time for us to get angry like you guys feel for us. Sincerely.
This right here, this is so heartbreaking. Please go down there in the comment section if you can. And remember the family of this boy. As y'all can see him, he was full of life. He was full of life. You know, one of the creators said we bleed the same. And I'm going to say credit to all the creators for giving us the opportunity to add our comment. Y'all go down there, please, and add a comment. And let's put the families in our prayers. Yes, sir. One of the creators said we bleed the same. She is right. We all bleed the same. Whether you are a person of color, you trip, you fall down, you hurt yourself, what's going to come out of that person of color, a black person, ain't going to be a black blood, ain't going to be a white blood. It is going to be a red. Same goes with the white person. Whether that person trip, fall, hurt, a white person hurt themselves. White blood ain't coming out. Black blood, it's not coming out. It's going to be red. So when she said we bleed the same, yes, we do. All we want is unity. All we want is all of us to come together. All we want is for the black kids be able to play with white kids be able to play with white kids in one love. It's just like everybody questioning, how can you go out with your friend? Your friend. And you didn't see that friend, and you did not, you know what? That is where we're supposed to start from. How are we going to start loving each other? How we are going to start loving each other? How do you guys see this? One of these friends that saw this gentleman last, a lady that saw him last, she rather cooperating with the law enforcement. She is saying the last time he saw him, he told her that he was going to his friends. That's why people, this is on the internet. Everybody want to know what happened. This is somebody's kid. A kid full of life, but was cut short. I will see you on the next one. And credit to all the creators. Bye for now.